Before it became our latest flip project, this Provo condo was my husband Greg's bachelor pad. And I'm not kidding when I say he used to sleep in a tiny room in the back of the garage with no windows just to save money. Then, after we got married, it became our first home as newlyweds. When we moved out, we started renting it out. But now we're back with a new plan to give it a high-end, budget-friendly makeover to see if we can get higher rent. When I first walked back in, it was super filthy, outdated, and honestly looked like it hadn't been touched in years. But the bones are solid. It just needs some cosmetic love. So we're taking it from tired and neglected to stylish and functional without breaking the bank. All right, now that we've made a total and utter mess, it's looking really, really bad. Now it's time to clean up so we can rip this section of carpet out. We're also gonna rip it out to the hallway. I'm going to cut the carpet around the door jambs because we are leaving the carpet in the bedrooms, and then I'll have somebody come out and re-stretch and tack that down once we're done with the LVP flooring. That's beyond my skill set. I don't have the tools to re-stretch carpet anyways.
Leave it to the pros.
And the carpets are kind of dirty, but we will have them professionally cleaned once they stretch the carpet. But we'll get to that point. Right now, what we need to do is clean up the mess, as I would say to my kids. Let's clean up the mess. I think I have all the parts here for this. I'm just gonna sneak those in here. I'm gonna be leaving this here with my daughter because I think every girl needs a good tool set. All right, let's clean this up so we can rip out the carpet. I've got an open drawer in my kitchen that I'm putting all of the tools in so that they're all in one place because it's hard to stay organized. All right, I better put on some shoes and we're gonna start ripping. I mean, I have shoes on, but I need to put on good shoes, right? We're gonna start by cutting out here. I wanna leave plenty of extra for the carpet guy who's gonna come and re-stretch this when we're done. And we are just going to cut out each one of the doorways. It's actually a pretty decent shape, so I hate to do this, but we need to because we've got bigger and better things coming. So I just got this to kind of cut. That's, I don't even know if that's even helping. Okay, we're cutting through it. Okay, yes. We didn't need this, but I might use that for like the drywall. I have to cut like a straight piece and stuff. So that will help with that. All right, I'm also gonna try to cut a straight line here in case I do wanna keep this in one piece. And I just keep debating. But either way, we're gonna try to cut it. So. This is a glued seam, so I've got a box cutter and like a utility knife and some scissors. I'm gonna try this first. Okay, that did it. All right. Now I gotta go cut up the other door and then we'll start rolling pieces up. I think I'm gonna try to keep it in one piece. My nephew and his friend are coming later and I'm hoping they might be able to help me carry it. so we've ripped out a lot of the carpet. There's a little bit more we need to do. We need to do some cleanup, and then we'll move on to the
linoleum.
I don't know if I'm gonna get to that today because I've been doing a lot of other projects simultaneous to this one. Like, it's all chaos right now. And I pulled out linoleum before. Sometimes it's easier than others. Sometimes it's really, really hard. Sometimes it's really, really easy. I have a feeling that this is gonna be on the easier side, but I won't know until I actually start really pulling it up. I started pulling up some of the corners, and it does seem like it's gonna peel up okay, so we'll cross our fingers for that. I'm feeling really good about the progress. This overall condo rental makeover is going according to plan so far. So far, so good. We haven't run into anything super crazy yet. Yeah, let's keep pulling up the flooring because that's the focus of this episode. Okay, we are gonna rip up the linoleum. It's actually sitting underneath the cabinetry. They just did the linoleum straight across, so we are going to have to cut as close as we can around the bar area here. So I've got a utility knife. I've got this knife that we used to cut the carpet with. I don't know if this one will work or not. We'll give it a try, but let's get started. I hope this comes off kind of easy. The last thing I need is a nightmare on that. Here's the deal. So I have pulled out linoleum before where it peels up super easy, and then I've had it where it is a nightmare and it just creates a total lot of work. And with everything that I've got going, I did a little research, and because of the LVP flooring that I've gotten, which has like a nice thick cork backing, and it's a pretty good quality LVP flooring, I think that I can get away with leaving this all down and laying it over the top because it's actually really, really thin. Now I did create a little bit of damage right here on where I was trying to peel it back. All I'm gonna do now is I have a little bit of wood glue with me, and I did bring a nail gun. So what I think I'm gonna do is put in some glue, nail it back down really good, and clean everything up really well. And we are going to just try and lay over the top, but I'm not ready to lay flooring yet. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pull out these baseboards over here because they're not tall enough to slide them under. And so I'm gonna pull back the baseboards just on this back wall. We're gonna clean it and prep it, but I'm gonna actually start painting because I don't wanna paint once the floor's in. If I drop paint, it's gonna be on something that is not important. Probably blast some music and go to town. I'm all for doing things properly, but I don't know if you can see this. This might be a little overkill. I'm just saying, pulling these baseboards were not easy. They damaged them, so I'm gonna have to replace them. But let me give you a closer look. Look at these. They're like 3-inch nails. There's like a gazillion of them. I've just never seen that many in a baseboard before. It's like insane. Some of it is salvageable. Like I got the ones over there. This is not salvageable. I'm gonna leave the baseboards on in the living room because I think they're high enough that I can slide our LVP underneath them, hopefully. So I'm gonna toss these ones. I'm gonna be picking up the flooring in the morning, and so before we go ahead and do that, I'm gonna try to get as much of this main area painted before we do the install. And so yeah, let's get painting. Time to go pick up our floors. Let's get on the road.
I would be up waiting for you if you had to leave. I would live a lifetime if you were. I just wanna say that I feel that my love
Okay,
is
so I didn't realize that the planks were so long that it would stick kind of out of the truck bed a little bit. So I carefully drove to the Home Depot where I'm gonna get some straps and strap it in because I have a little bit of a drive, like 40 minutes on the freeway, so.
love it till the end of time.
Okay, I think I'm set with all the things I need to start my LVP project. You guys are probably all gonna laugh because I do so much on my own independently, but I always have my husband do like the straps. So I don't know how to use these. So hopefully I've watched him enough times to try to figure it out, but because we gotta get these floorboards all. Oh, it comes with a nice little. Hopefully I can figure out how to do these. I don't know. I don't know. How to use Husky ratchet tie downs. See, I YouTube stuff too.
Hi everyone, Lisa here to give you an honest review.
I think I did it. All right. Hopefully that's good. All right, I'm feeling pretty good, but everybody pray that I can make it back 40 minutes away with it like that. All right, here we go.
There's a lot of colors, I don't know where to go. See a lot of colors, only feeling blue. There's a lot of colors, lost without
That's a lot of work. I'm gonna grab one or two more so that I have like a few boxes to intermix, and then we're gonna start laying after I breathe for a second. But I'm gonna go get some more. We're gonna use this for something. So we're gonna take this little cut-off piece that I made, and we're gonna use it to help us cut the door jamb so this will slide underneath. So these first few rows have been kind of a real bugger. They've been really wiggly. So this is only the second time I've done this, but I think I've got something figured out and I hope it's helpful to you. It's worked for me and it may not be how professionals do it, but that's okay. I think my lines and everything are good and I'm gonna tell you what I did. You'll notice on these first 2 rows that I taped all the seams down. And the reason is because they were just wiggling too much when I was trying to pop things into place. And so everything was out of alignment, which threw off everything. And so just here's another view to see that my lines are all really, really good. Here's one other view and then we're gonna go to town. By taping it down into place, it held it all in place and now I've got 3, and now that the first 3 rows are lined up, I feel like I'm gonna get a good rhythm and be able to work much faster now because everything is nice and straight, because I think that's critical. Well, let me just say, that's mission critical when you're laying floors, is that all the lines are in alignment, because if they're not, then it's gonna mess up the whole thing. So now I feel like we're in a good spot. I am loving these floors, like loving them. The color is so pretty. I'm trying to tone down my kind of orangey cabinets, which I did with my granite choice, kind of toned it down, and these wood floors have just a touch of orange in them, but I think that they also have some cool in them, and so it's gonna calm all the orange down of the cabinets. So let's go, now that we've got it all aligned. I feel like I'm getting a good rhythm now, but I'm exhausted. I'm so tired, but I'm gonna keep plugging on and I'm gonna go and grab 4 more boxes because I'm almost out of what I have. And so I'm gonna bring 4 more boxes up and then there will be 6 boxes left. Hopefully nobody's stealing them. I'm not gonna finish today because in another episode you'll see, this morning I spent all morning having the granite installed and it was just really hard to do anything else, and I needed to be here for it, and so I didn't get much done this morning. Then I had to go get it, which was like 45 minutes away and then 45 minutes back, and then I had to stop at Home Depot to get straps so that it didn't fall out. So I kind of got a late start, but I'm gonna keep plugging away and I'm gonna try to get like a good chunk of this like straight area done tonight. I'm gonna just plug on through. So let's go get some more wood. All right, that's all I've got in me tonight. Didn't get as far as I wanted to, but I am gonna go rest and then try to get the last few boxes at least out of the truck so that I don't leave them overnight. They're just so darn heavy and I am so gassed. So I'm gonna rest and then hopefully I'll get enough steam to do that. Okay, so I have made some pretty good progress here. I don't know if you can see, but we've now run into our first tricky spot, and this would be no problem if I had a jigsaw with me. But I don't, so I'm either gonna try to use just like a utility knife and snap, or I have that little saw that we're cutting the door jambs off with, and we'll just see what we can do with those 2 things. I think maybe I'll use a combination of the 2, but I'm gonna go grab the saw, but let me show you what I got going on. This is our little cutout, because this is our first issue. Now, I don't know if I need to take my door jamb cutter and cut this down. I may do that, but either way, we've got to cut this little thing out right here, so. let's hope this fits. Cross your fingers, everybody. P.S. These knee pads have been fantastic. Oh my heck, I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna work. We're so close. I think I'm gonna get the rubber mallet though. I think we're good. I think we did it. Now I can do straight ones, hopefully. We'll do straight and then we'll do the little notches. I'm not gonna finish this row, which seems kind of silly because it's the last row here, but here's why. I have a limited amount of time today and I have a carpet guy coming tomorrow to stretch and like fix all of the bedroom corners. So I wanna make sure that I'm ready for him. So we've already gotten this bedroom door over here taken care of, but we have this bedroom and that bedroom down the hallway. So I think I'm gonna expend my efforts making sure that these two bedrooms are situated so that he can come first thing in the morning in case I don't finish it all today. I mean, would I like to finish it all today? Of course, but if I don't, I wanna be ready for him. So we're gonna just go ahead and move forward with doing the rest of this doorway and focusing on the hallway so we can be ready. One more over here, and then we've got the ones in the hallway, but I'm not doing those ones right now. Okay, look. My hand slipped off of that and it whacked me in the head because I was kind of down close. So I'm gonna have a goose egg with a little cut. Hazards of the job. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go grab some dinner and take a little break. And before I finish more, I think I need a break. Carpet guy's gonna be here in 30 minutes to re-stretch and roll the carpets, and I'm just prepping, so here we go. All right, I've got the carpet guy here. He's going to roll the carpets, and then we are making good progress. I'm so excited about everything that's happening here in this condo makeover. Our carpets are getting cleaned. They're gonna look so much better. We're gonna leave you hanging here until the next episode. You are powerful. We'll see you next time. Bye.